Hi everyone, it's Miranda from Miranda Plans, and I have been so excited to do this video for everyone to show the difference between the Hobonichi Techo, which this one's the July through December, and the Jibun Techo system. I've been talking about this a lot on Instagram, and I've gotten a whole lot of questions about both of these planners, so I thought I would just review them. First, the biggest difference is the Jibun Techo comes with a cover. There's an outside pocket, if you can kind of see right there. The inside, there are 3 card slots, and I stick things in there too. The whole thing it goes into the covers like so. And the back also has another card slot, and I put things back here where the planner slips into, and a pin loop. So, to start with the Jibun Techo, this one is A5 size, and I have the business version, which means that the weeks are very plain. They aren't colorful at all. There's another version, the B6 version, I think, and it is color. All of the headings and things are colored. So, it starts out with how to use it. It's English and Japanese, mostly Japanese though. It kind of gives you a rundown, 3-year calendar, a yearly schedule, age chart, My Dream 2018 where you can write goals, a money plan, a weekly plan, a Japan map, favorite phrases, recommendation list, book list, movie list, gifts received, gifts given, promise list, free list, I'm not really sure what that was, a monthly project, monthly schedule, weekly schedule, looking back, and personal data. And then it kind of gives you an overview, and the great part about this is the entire thing is in Japanese, but if you go to jetpens.com, it actually gives you this rundown and it's translated into English. So it's really, really fantastic to show you or a great way to use it and whatnot. And then there is the overview 2018, 2017, and 2019. This is mine for period tracking, honestly. And then there's another overview, and I don't use this one for anything. So any ideas are greatly appreciated, but it's a great little calendar. All of the weekends are highlighted, so you can see, again, although everything is in Japanese, the weekdays. There's an age chart, My Dream for goals and whatnot, monthly, like bills, it says money plan at the top, a weekly plan overview, a map of Japan. My favorite phrases, I just wrote down some quotes that I really liked, and I'm going to use this page for affirmations, a recommendation list, a book list where I just washi taped in the reading challenge that I do, a movie list, gifts received and gifts given, a promise list, which my kids love, and just a blank page. And then we move on to what they say I think is the monthly plan. I use it for tracking. Not a ton though. I don't reference these pages very often, so I really am not so great at keeping up with it. But it goes all the way from, it looked like January, I think. Hold on. Let's see, December 2017, this one did, through January 2018. And then we start in December monthlies, and there's a monthly layouts all the way up through December, I think. It's August, September, October, November, December, and January. Okay, so looks like December of 2017 through through March 2019. Start into weeklies, and this started on November 27th, so the first week of December, and we have our weeklies. And if you follow me on Instagram especially, you can see kind of how I utilize these, my weeklies. I time block everything, and I have stickers and stuff like that. And the paper is Kokuyo paper, and it is amazing. It really, there is a little bit of like indentation because I have a really heavy hand. But there is hardly any ghosting, a little bit, but not bad at all, and no bleed through. Not even whenever I go over my mild liners kind of heavily, there's no bleed through at all, which is amazing. And so this goes through, looks like the first week of January. And then you have just some blank pages. I added tea and a couple other little tidbits and notes. And then in the very back, we have our looking back on 2018, and they do this by month. So you can add something every month, and then your personal data, which I haven't filled out because some of it's in English, like this says Twitter, and I guess that's your phone number and things like that, but most of it is in Japanese. Yeah, telephone. So, and I assume this is the if lost, return to page. So that is the Jibun Techo Biz, or business version. And now we have the Hobonichi Techo, and there are tons of videos about this planner. So this does not come with any kind of cover the way the Techo does. This has like a plastic, it's kind of flimsy, but it's pretty durable. I've had it all year. I've thrown it in and out of bags, and it's held up really well. This is just like a cardboardy, cardstock, kind of like a really heavy paper cover, but there's no cover or anything like that. Like this, you can actually take the planner out of this cover. This is just one book. So this, we have the yearly layout, just like in the Jibun Techo. We have 2018, 2017, and 2019. And then we have I'm using this as my editorial calendar, but you can see kind of how this is set up. It has your days listed, and looks like 3 top priorities at the top. And then it goes right into June, which I didn't have this in June, so I didn't really use it as much. Right into just regular monthly, just like the Jibun Techo. The weekends are colored on this one, it looks like. We have June through January. So right there, January 2019. And it's really nice that it has this right here, so you can see where you are. And then this is how the weeks are set up. So the biggest difference, right now I'm using it basically the same. I haven't used it a ton, but you can see that I just time blocked a little bit. But the biggest difference between this, the Hobonichi, and the Jibun Techo are Jibun Techo not only has weather at the top, so it gives you a place, so you can see that it shows all of the weather that you can circle, check, what have you. And then you'll notice that some of these are darker than the other ones, and that goes through the whole day down here to the bottom. What that are sunrise and sunsets. So that is really, really handy, I think. And it's for Japan, but it's fairly accurate for us here in Maryland as well. The Hobonichi doesn't have any of that at all. The good thing is that I love, they're both 24 hours. So the Jibun Techo starts at 0 and ends at 24. The Hobonichi starts at 5 and ends at 04. Because I do all of my planning on a 24-hour format, so I love that. The Hobonichi goes all the way down to the bottom. There we go. There's 04 and 05 starts. So you don't have a ton of room at the top to make notes or whatever. You really don't have a lot of room for that. The Jibun Techo, however, kind of blocks it off better for you. Not only does it block it off better for you, but also at the bottom here, there are these great blocks, and it gives you, hold on just a second, there we go. It gives you a mood tracker, and it also gives you a place to put your meals, breakfast, lunch. Breakfast is the rising sun, midday sun for lunch, and the star for dinner. So that's really great, and I like the way the sidebar has squares, and it gives you a little month overview. The Hobonichi doesn't quite give you that much on the weekly view. It does give you the month right here, and it gives you a sidebar, so you can use that however you want, which I love. Now, the Jibun Techo, where it ended with weeks and months, and that's it. Those are the only layouts they have. The Jibun Techo also has a daily page. Now, the daily page is huge. This is the NA5 size. It gives you 5, I guess, like, I use them as priorities. Priority boxes at the top. It also gives you a timetable down the side. Also 24 hours. For me, this is only good for a very quick jot, like an overview. I can't write a lot of details. Each dot is an hour, and a lot of things in my house are run in half-hour increments, so I can't write a lot right there, and that kind of irks me. But there is a ton of room. Obviously, this is the Japanese version, so none of it's in English, so there's tons of room to decorate, add pictures, use it for memories, pretty much anything. It's great, and it's huge, and this uses the Tomoe River paper, so super thin, super fantastic for any kind of pen, fountain pens. I've used the Crayola Super Tips in this, the mild liners, which are my favorite thing to play with as far as highlighting goes, and they've all worked out beautifully. So the back of the Hobonichi, we go until right up to the end of the year, December 31st, and it looks like there's a blank note page on both sides, and then we have a timetable, some graph paper. I think this would be fantastic for doing weights, especially since this is a 6-month planner. I think it would be fantastic to kind of see where your weight, if it's going up or down. I was just diagnosed with Hashimoto's, so my weight is different than it used to be, and so I've been tracking it a lot more regularly now, and it's very interesting to see the trend. So I think that's a great page for that. A favorites page, which I think is really cool because you can put, it looks like a movie, a book, music, dining, shopping, and I would use that as like theater. I imagine that would be used for. You can give up to a 5-star rating, the date, and kind of give a brief overview of what you saw. My 100, that is so open for interpretation. You could use that for anything. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that page yet. And this page is completely in Japanese, so I have no idea what that is. If anyone can tell me, that would be great. I have no clue. It looks like it gives you a page of stretches, which are fantastic, especially if you're sitting at a desk a lot. There are 16. There's hello, thank you, I'm sorry, how much, please, yes, and no. My name is, where are you from, welcome, it's a nice day, isn't it, cheers, delicious, can you please write it down, nice, have a nice day, and see you. That's pretty cool. This looks to be a floss please call page. We have a gifts page. I love having these in planners because I'm awful at forgetting thank you notes. So that is awesome. And also an age list page, which is great. That's also in the Jibun Techo. Addresses for 8 people right here. So you have a little bit of a contacts page and personal notes. And that is the end of the Hobonichi. And it's bound really well. You can see kind of a size if you want to look at how thick they are. I've used this one all year, so it's kind of a little more raggedy. This one is brand new, but this one is only 6 months and this one is a year. This one has dailies and this is only weeklies and monthlies, so that's a pretty big difference. As far as the size, you can kind of see when I place the Hobonichi is a little wider, and it looks like the Techo is a little bit taller. So you can kind of see the difference there. Let's see if we put them next to each other. You can kind of see the Jibun Techo is a little bit bigger. Now I added this little clear pocket on there. It's a Target dollar spot pocket. The actual planner didn't come with that. So my closing thoughts. The Jibun Techo, I like this one better. I like seeing my week at a glance. I love all the information that you can add to each page. I like that it does sunrise and sunsets. I think that's really, really neat. It gives the moon phases, which is also really cool. I like jotting down quick notes at the bottom of my days, and I can't really do that in this one on the weekly section. And I'm learning that I do not need all of this for a daily page. I can't fill it up. There's just not, and I hate having empty space, so it kind of kills me to have all of this space that is completely underutilized for me. In the Techo, I use every bit of space possible. I mean, I have my trackers, I have everything, and it's amazing. The one thing about the Jibun Techo is that it is a system. So not only do you have the planner, so not only with the Jibun Techo you get the planner, but they actually have an entire system. And you can also purchase these. They come in a pack of 2. I'm not for sure exactly how many pages they are, but it's also Tomoe River paper. There is a little square, that's better, that you can see at the top. You can see it's really not a lot of bleed through. I was pushing really hard and I wrote when I kind of flipped the pages over and wrote a little, all this ink was wet, so that's not bleed through, that's just a little bit of transfer. But this is also Tomoe River paper, so super duper thin, if you can see. And like I said, they come in a pack of 2. The best part about this system is if you order the Jibun Techo and the idea books fit right inside this the Jibun Techo cover. So you can stick that right in and you have your one idea book, and then you can put this one right in the back like so, and then you have a total of 3 books, and still not super thick. It's pretty small even with all 3 books. And I use mine for daily logging. Like I was saying a little bit ago, that I don't use that much space when it comes to a daily. That is a whole day. I just do not need this entire amount of space. It's way overkill for me. It's great I use that one for daily logging, and then I use this one for collections. So it has just all kinds of stuff in it. Lots of different lists in that one. And it all fits together beautifully. So now on to final thoughts, I guess. I like the Jibun Techo better. I feel like it's a little easier to deal with. I don't use all the space in this, and I really like having 1 book for 1 year. This being 2 books for 1 year, I don't see me sticking with it. I really wanted to love this, but right now I just am not, I don't know, I'm not loving it as much as I thought I would. The Jibun Techo, also this is the A5 slim size. It also comes in a B6 slim. It's the exact same planner. I mean, exactly. There are 0 differences between the 2 planners. They are exactly the same. So just like the other one, I have the idea book stuck right inside there. And they both come with, I ordered these separately, but the writing board for the B6 Slim and a writing board for the A5 Slim. They have some really cool little things that you can buy with it. If you can kind of see that these are see-through, so it's really neat to kind of be able to, hold on, you can kind of tell let's stick it on there. There we go. You can see that it's kind of translucent, which is really neat. Fits right into this little pocket right here, which is really awesome. And then in the back, exactly the same. You have a little card pocket. I stick things back here, and a pin loop. This one is a little different. The material is a little bit different than this one. I'm not sure if you can kind of tell. There we go. This is a little more textured. It feels more like a faux leather. And this definitely feels very plastic. It is super plastic. You can see that it's really shiny. They both have the outside pocket. I added this little Target dollar spot pouch, and I added this sticker out of a Michael's sticker book. But you can see the difference, B6 Slim versus A5 Slim. So you can kind of, let me see if I can, there we go, see the difference. Pretty much exactly the same. The inside is exactly the same, and it fits into a Chic Sparrow B6 Slim perfectly. Just if anyone needed to know that. So yeah, that is the difference between the Jibun Techo and the Hobonichi Techo, and I hope you all learned something and enjoyed. And please subscribe if you haven't yet, and thanks for watching. Bye!